let's take a look at some VS Code configurations in the context of GitHub Codespaces. So the idea is that GitHub Codespaces should persist your VS Code settings so you get a similar environment across Codespaces. So far, I haven't had that experience. I have no way of figuring out how to configure that, but it seems like it's supposed to work. So if you figure it out, please tell me, but I'll just pretend that it does work somehow. If you've never used VS Code before, there's this thing called settings, and it's a little bit more complicated than that because all this stuff that you're editing in the UI is actually updating a settings.json file. It gets synced and backed up, I'm assuming on GitHub. Maybe it goes somewhere else. But you can see there's a backup and sync settings. You can override settings JSON options in your dev container JSON file. Let's take a look at VS Code extensions. So GitHub Codespaces should persist. I use the word should because, again, I'm not getting it to work for me. But the idea is that you can install your extensions. Most VS Code Marketplace extensions are available to install in the VS Code browser for GitHub Codespaces. You can ensure your extensions reliably load every time by setting them in the dev container.json. We have VS Code theme. This allows you to change the look of your VS Code. And this is a personal choice of what you want to choose, but those kind of choices you're not supposed to put in your dev container.json file for some reason. But yeah, there you go.